Yo, out there, YouTube. This is WolfPack again. Yeah, I went back to my original name, WolfPack. I haven't put on a video in a while. I've been doing a lot of research and stuff, but as you can see today, I got the birthday beard. Today I celebrated Man Week, Steve Week. Getting my beard out, messing with my dogs. Been training my dogs a little bit, and then I have been out there clearing my back 40. Got that all pretty much cleared off. Now I'm just starting fires burning what I got out there. I want to clear that off and make some stuff out of it. But anyway, side point. But I'm back and just wanted to throw out a video. Basically, what I wanted to do today in this video was swallowing the red pill. I've seen some videos out about that, and I really enjoyed a lot of them. Basically, I want to start in one place is that I've seen in YouTube that there's fewer and fewer live events being posted, especially during high-profile events. There's not too many people covering it anymore. I think because the fact is that they're getting censored by YouTube, and that seems to be a trend. So for those out there that have been promoting it and saying that they're censoring. Well, you know what? You're right. They have been, and I've noticed it. I'm a dumbass redneck, so hell, if I notice it, who else could notice it? But anyway, what I wanted to do was today is recognize the individuals who have come forward and said they've taken the red pill. Um, and it does, like a lot of these individuals said, you wake up in a whole damn different world. You see things in a different way, and that happened to me. Um, when it happened to me was that I was in Afghanistan when I got back, because not to promote me being a veteran or anything, it's just the fact is I've seen how the government frickin' works. I've seen um, stupid crap being ordered from the Pentagon and all the way down to cost people's lives. And I had to look up, and I realized then, yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what to call it then, but it's the red pill. Now, I don't really can't tell you the difference between the red pill and blue pill. I don't know the definition of them both. However, I do know that when you take the red pill, or what their people are calling it now, if you wake the hell up and see what's really going on, and the world gets a little real bigger, a little bit bigger, real freaking quick. Because it's like that JFK thing, black is white and white is black. You got to look through the looking glass. There are a lot of researchers out there that YouTube that I actually listen to a lot, and people come on YouTube and say, whether they're right, they're wrong. I don't know in every case scenario. However, I do know it's a set of people who's actually trying to find answers that you won't find on mainstream media or being talked about um, socially. But these individuals are doing work because something just doesn't seem right. And the message that we're getting from the government and the mainstream media just don't add up. I mean, so it's like you got to question it. I mean, a lot of people are waking up to understanding, what, if you accept everything that somebody tells you, then it makes you stupid as they are. Have your own opinion, form your own research, and actually look at it. It's not that hard. You can look at a lot of videos here. You can look at live takes, and you can actually start your own research type of business, I guess. Researching these facts. I know that I have. Hell, I got a whiteboard on the board over there. I keep track of events, time frames, and things of this nature. Anyway, I'm going on. But I'm gonna make these things real quick, and I'm gonna make them real quick. So not going off about everything. Anyway, let's start off with one Las Vegas shooting. Okay. First thing you need to do, I'm talking from a military experience. First thing you need to do is you need to identify a kill zone. What that means is you need to find out where most people's bodies were actually stacked up and were actually died. Not died, but were actually shot. So in other words, you need to establish an area to where the majority of fire was going from start to finish. We have not been able to find that because we're not allowed. If that that kill zone was identified, we would be able to make up our mind, not have it made up for us. We would be able to make our mind whether there's one or two shooters. The information we currently have right now is sketchy at best on a second shooter, even though we've got video out there to prove that there's something fishy. However, the fact is we don't have that as an official statement, and I don't know if we ever will. This thing stinks of JFK so goddamn much. Remember in JFK, triangulation of fire. We use that all the time. Maximize the kill zone. Number two is the fact is that, you know what? Maximizing the kill zone will create one or more shooters for maximum effect. Now, who all were targeted? Was it targeted because it was all right, because it was right individuals, or predominantly right country music fans? All country music fans have been considered racist, rednecks, whatever we are, whatever we're being called today, but the main term is racist. So I don't even know nothing about me. But anyway, that's the first thing. And then the next thing I want to know is, where is the freaking video? He had a video on him, body cam. Where is the video? And how come it's taking so damn long for evidence to be released to the public? We have questions. Every video that I've seen on the YouTube has been asking questions. I mean, they may be a little different, but they all have the same substance. And we're not getting the answers. That's why these questions keep coming up over and over again in everybody's video, because what do we need to do to get answers? We're all asking each other, what the hell do we need to do to get answers to some of these things? And we're not. And the further it goes on, the more it looks like a freaking conspiracy. God forbid they don't have the answers where it don't fit the narrative. So the Vegas shooting, I'm still on research. I have looked at everybody's video. I have looked at all the accounts. Maybe not all of them, but I looked at a lot. And basically I come up with the same thing. Something's not right. There's something fishy about this whole deal. I can't put my finger on it. However, the fact is, and I'm not going to come out and say what I feel it happened, because the fact is it hasn't been proven yet. But these are some questions that I'm asking. Why can't I see the triangle? Why can't I see the kill zone? Why can't I actually talk to individuals besides individuals that have been cleared? Why does this Campos guy go on Ellen instead of any other media? As everybody knows, we all get our news from Ellen, breaking news, you know. So that's my comments on Vegas. I'm still doing research, and like I said, I'm looking at it from all angles, and it still doesn't make sense to me. One last point I'll think on this is that I think some people have touched on it, and I'm here to verify the ones that have, is that we did use in the military, when I was in the Marine Corps and in the Army, we used the practice of talking guns. We'd have two automatic weapons at the end, one in the middle, and two at the end. What we would do is, to disguise where these Browns were coming from, is we'd be having talking weapons on the left-hand side, da-da-da-da-da, right-hand side, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. So in other words, it was talking guns to confuse the enemy on where the actual fire was coming from. 3 to 4 rounds, sometimes even 5. If you got a good target, then you lay down and you put 15 to 20 out there. So yes, that's seemingly also what I've noticed as well. To come out and say if there was 2 shooters or not, I will ultimately say that based on the evidence that I've reviewed, yes, I believe there are 2. I believe there was an arrow-15 shot from a higher area, and I believe there was a 240 shot from an area to make a triangulation fire. I know I said that wrong, but yeah, triangulation fire. This would account for as many dead and many wounded. It is hard to wound 515 people using one freaking weapon. The next thing I want to touch on this morning, I'm just going to go through it real quick, is that I've seen multiple posts, multiple things are being said about feminism. Now, I'm going to make my stance very clear. Okay. Um, First of all, okay, feminism basically equals they don't want a man. They don't need a man to do nothing for them. They want to have their own separate life. But at the convenience of their life, they want to have a man around. So in other words, this man's got to put up with all kind of bullshit just for the fact of just to be around whenever she feels like. Well, I take offense to that. So here's some simple things that a man can do to avoid getting in trouble with women. Try these on for size and see how they fit you. In the workplace, don't talk to women. Don't talk to them. Yes, no. Yes, no. It's not what I think. Here are the numbers. You look it over. Tell me what you think. Simple, direct. She simply asks you a question. I don't know. Let me get back to you on that. Send one of your lackeys in there to do it. Avoid all contact with females in the workplace that you can. You possibly can. And when you walk through that workplace, when you get off that elevator, you get on that tractor or whatever the hell you do, realize that there's an enemy out there and they're looking for the lawsuit against you and the company. Identify the problem, remove it. Stay away from them. Men spend the majority of their life in one search of one thing, and one thing only, and that's a vagina. We will go broke. We will spend money. We will do whatever it takes just to have a shot at a vagina. How much money, if you look in your pockets, how much money have you spent just to please the person who has a vagina? Forget about it, man. $500 you could take her out. I want to take her out on dancing or take her out and buy flowers and buy dinner or whatever. Hell. While she talks about how good she is at work and all this shit, and then hell, half the time she's on the freaking cell phone. I'll get you a hooker. $500, that'll get you a long way. And you ain't had to sit there and listen to somebody talk on the cell phone and tell how great they are and tell about the gospel, who's doing who did what, whatever, and all that bullshit that don't really mean nothing to you because you're not listening. Well, I'm not listening because I don't want to freaking hear it. It doesn't really affect me. It don't really affect the world. So why in the hell are we talking about? Avoid it. Get away from it. Don't be dependent on it. Do not let your social skills depend on just picking up women. If you spend half your time that you did on women trying to close that deal as you did on a business deal, or if you did on something benefit for you, for your company, for whoever you work for, or whatever, guess what? You might make a little bit more money. Maybe you might get away with a little bit more self-esteem because we are treated like dogs and we accept it. Feminism. They want to live their life on their own. They want to do things like that. They want you to open the door for them. They don't want you to come to their aid. They don't need anything. They don't need you. Good. I remember that. I remember that whenever you're getting raped or somebody shooting at you or something like that, and then you need a man around to know what the fuck to do. You're on your own, pal. What you wanted, you asked for it. And I'm not going to get sucked into the poor me attitude. Because the poor me attitude went whenever you decide, I talk about feminism and that you don't need a man. I'm just going to tell you the truth. You get all that shit, you don't need a man. One thing is true. If you look at the Vegas shootings, guess what? How many women did you see standing up with a cell phone when shots are ringing all around them? They don't even know what the hell it is, but they're up there with their cell phone. Get your ass down, stupid. If not for your own sake, you're making yourself a target for everybody else that's around you. Get your ass down. Listen to a guy pulling a woman out. Had to be his wife. Oh no, I was recording that. I lost my cell phone. Right. You think I give a rat's ass about your damn cell phone right now? I'm trying to save your stupid ass. Ask yourself that question. Why? Why are you helping somebody that don't even realize they need help? So go on with your bad self. You want to be all feminist and be feminist all the way. I'm sorry you can't get over that fence. I'm not going to help you up. I'm sorry you can't run fast enough because you got your flip-flops on. I'm sorry that you don't have the capability of thinking of what may happen and where you might be. Because maybe the internal instinct says, you know what, I've got a man for those things. I know a lot of women that I respect who are proud, hard-headed. They're from Texas, man. They're cowgirls. They're hard-headed and they're proud or whatever. But they'll tell you one thing: there's certain times they need a man for protection, for security, and just to know they ain't alone and somebody can take care of them. Somebody that won't wear skinny jeans and wear floppy shirts and talks like he's from Harvard and he talks that he's just so better than that. He's the same damn guy. Your girlfriend goes into the bar and everybody in there comps a fill and he says, "Stop that. Don't do that." My neck of the woods, you comp a fill the girl I got going on, I'll beat your ass. I don't even know. I even just been out with her the first time. Don't do that shit in front of me. Next thing is about the NFL players. I put out a video on this, whatever, but I want to tell you this right now. It's not the time or freaking place. You don't make a sport political, period. You don't make something that everybody gets together on Sunday afternoon to enjoy a game and you don't bring politics in it. Is there anything that's sacred that we can actually say that we can sit down for one moment and not have politics involved? Can we do that? Yeah. I don't watch football no more. Hell no. I don't want to go on there and see people kneeling down. I don't want to know about a political statement. I really don't know. I don't really don't give a damn rat's ass why they're kneeling down. It don't make no difference. I'm in the mood to watch football. Believe whatever you want to believe. If you want to after the football game's over, well, hey, get you a sign and walk butt naked down Main Street. Say whatever you want to say. But not what I'm paying for, because I can change the channel. The next thing I've done is I pretty much stopped watching TV. Because the fact is that it's just a rerun, it's a reloop, it's over and it's over and it's over and over again. I've said it before, you got one person who says something, and you got 1,500 the rest of the day that's going to comment about it, what he said, what he said, what he should have said, how it affects this. I don't give a shit. The son of a bitch said it. Honestly, he meant it. Take it for what it's worth. We spend too much damn time on trying to be uh, freaking knowledgeable and geniuses. I know people with freaking IQs that are up there can't even find where the freaking lug wrench is. Because that ain't on the test. I'm not here to down anybody for their education. I'm not. I'm glad you got it. I hope it's doing well for you. But I do feel for you one way because that education you're going to be paying for the rest of your damn life. And student loan payments, man, from the government, they demand that payment. Then they start garnishing your check. So is it worth it? I don't know. I don't want, at that age, me graduating college, I don't want to have to go walk into that much debt. I can't afford to buy a house, so I'll rent an apartment. I'll buy me a cheaper car. That way I know I can afford it. Well, can I afford education that I'm getting? Figure that out, how much money you got to pay each month. Figure how much if you miss a month. Is that right? No, it's not right. But the government got you by the balls. Now, I tend to believe with some of these individuals on here that we're going in the global state. I don't know. It looks like it way though, because so every day that goes by, the common man, the person who has the right, the person that actually votes, chooses to do one thing. Either you stand up and say something, or you don't. Voting in this country has went to dismal freaking numbers. Politician wants to know how to vote on the floor. Run a poll. Don't listen to the people no more. So when have we had enough? When are we going to say, you know what, this is enough, and you're going to answer to us? Because this country is still made by the people. It's for the people. But we got to freaking act on it. We're the ones who got to actually exercise our rights to do something about it. Too many people, times I hear people, well, yeah, somebody ought to do something about that, especially where I live. I hear old men sit outside on Sunday afternoons talking about politics all afternoon, having all kind of ideas and telling them how he would do it or whatever. But come to time to go to a damn city council meeting or something, they don't go. And if they do, they just sit there and shut up. Since when did the American people have to be sitting in a corner and not being able to say something about what they feel and what they believe? When is it okay when a city government, a city council can arrest an individual for actually saying that they were breaking the law to make sure that they knew they were breaking the law and be arrested for speaking up? Happens right here in Huntington, Texas. We have the brown shirts here. They uphold the law. What's the law? Hell, what's the day? They'll make it up. This is what I see in my town, and I start to add it up, and I start seeing it all across the country. Demand the truth? Yeah, we do. Who do we get the truth from? We can't trust them. So yes, the red pill. Yeah, a lot of people are waking up. I've seen a lot of people from used to be in Antifa, Black Lives Matter. Like, now if you see some of the YouTube videos on there, it's not just one color. You got black people standing up. Casey Owens is one. I love that girl because the fact is, you know what? She comes out and says it right. The myth of a coon. And she's a black lady. But she understands and she sees what's going on. Now, I'm not here to tell you what the hell to do. I'm not really giving a shit if you believe me or not, or whatever your feelings is. It don't really make no difference to me. I'm just telling you what I see. And obviously, there's a lot of people that are seeing it too. Right now, we can actually, in a few months, when Trump comes out, we're going to be able to get the records, the top secret records from the Kennedy assassination. You think they're going to let that out? I don't know. But the basis of this is one thing. And here's what we've got to do. We've got to continue researching and asking questions. Now, I know for a fact, some of you guys on YouTube, hey, you get the facts wrong. You see it one way, and it doesn't come out that way or whatever. And you know what? That's okay. I don't hold you guilty for sending out fake news because the fact is, you know what? You might be right. And I've come to my thinking and saying that, you know what? That son bitch is wrong. He's out there in left field. But I always got it back as in my back of my mind. I always ask, what if he's right? If someone comes on and spreads something or says something on a YouTube video or whatever and makes this point, it's your job to research it and prove it wrong. Your job. We too many times we take things that are word, that people's word. Well, he said it. It's got to be so. Bullshit. He's misinformed. Maybe he just don't freaking know and wants to press a piece of a vagina so he can have a shot at that action. If women want to take over the world, let them. If women want to fight their own fights, let them. How is it okay that a woman can stand up today and talk to me about her civil rights being broken here in America, and she says nothing about civil rights of women in Afghanistan or any other Muslim country? When she doesn't really understand the fact is that she's got it freaking made. For all you who protest, who all you want to go and set up your hands or whatever, here's a news flash for you. It ain't going to do no good to go and sit into a protest where you're going to try to change somebody on the other side's mind, because it ain't going to freaking happen. So why go waste your damn time? Go to your protest what you want to, make your freaking point. Don't get in an argue with a stupid son of a bitch. If you're arguing with somebody and the only comeback they have is Trump, they pretty much told you their mentality right there. How to make a freaking reality show about Black Lives Matter and Antifa. My point is simple today. Men, we're not going anywhere. Women, we're not going anywhere. And what's starting to happen is that, you know what, some women are starting to realize, you know what, they want a man to be a man. They don't think a man looks good in skinny jeans. And they hold more credence to the fact that man is, you know what, he's nice, he's handsome, than they do, oh, he's cute. Call me cute and I'll knock the shit out of you. But then again, we're not allowed to do so. Gun control, all this other crap, it ain't really gonna go to mean nothing, because the fact is that here's it. We're America. We're gonna forget guns no matter what. Legally or illegally, it don't matter. Somebody's gonna have a gun, especially where I live. You can go to every damn house in my neighborhood or in my little city over here. I guarantee you somebody's got a gun. It's against the law. Sawed-off shotgun. Why? Because it kills gators better. Automatic weapons. We don't need one of them some bitches, because the fact is we go hunt. If you hit him on the first shot or the second shot, you don't need to be freaking hunting. We use handguns for protection of our home and ourselves, because the fact is that history has proven in the last few events is that we need to protect ourselves, because we don't know when we go places what's going to happen. Places we thought that were safe and were family now are no longer safe, and you got to think about it, and that's a damn shame. I want to ask a question. Maybe you guys can answer me this: is that if you're shot in a gun incident in a store, couldn't you sue the government for not allowing you to carry you a gun to protect yourself? Just a thought. I don't know what kind of legal real ramifications that would be, but it kind of seems right. You don't let me carry a gun, I got shot. Dumb son of a bitch. Well, you had a gun, you got shot with it, that's my own fault. Now you got a point. But to all you YouTubers, I have noticed that you guys have been shut down. I don't know, hell. I don't have enough subscribers for them shutting me down, so maybe you can hook up on my channel. I don't mind. Come on here and do what you gotta say. Put it on my name. I don't give a shit. Because I firmly believe we got to get this shit out, and we've got to start telling the truth, or the truth as we know it, or the truth based on what the story they're telling us. And we got to keep doing what we're doing, because of the fact is that somebody's got to stand up. Somebody's got to go on the record and say this ain't freaking right, and here's the reason why. More power to all the women, and they have their fight, because they are up against a plight to where they are having to choose whether you're feminist or you're not. Either way, they get beaten up. But I've seen a lot of YouTube ladies on here that are proud and say, you know what, I don't answer to you. And that's what we got down to. Just one little fact is that everybody hates each other. They'll find the reason. Don't worry about it. They may call it different things. They maybe call it racist, prejudice. They may call it racist. They may call you a Nazi. They may call you Black Lives Matter. They may call you whatever they want to call you, anti, whatever they want to call you. But everybody's got a title. It used to be in the old days that, you know what? Ask your mom, ask your daddy. Back in the old days, people would just go in there and vote straight Democratic, vote straight Republican, not even know what's on the ballot, just because of what they were based on. We can't do that anymore. See, we don't know who's a Republican and who's a Democrat, and we don't even know what those parties stand for anymore. So you've got to end up, basically, when you vote, picking the lesser of two evils. That's what it's come down to. But how do you do that when you don't know all the crimes they've been committing? I bet you this thing got caught. Now, it doesn't really matter to me how anybody votes. I don't put somebody in a category of a Republican or a Democrat, and that's who you are, and that's what they. I don't do that. I look at a person as a person. You vote Democrat, okay, man. You got your reasons. That's your vote. I didn't vote that way. Matter of fact, I still live in a world today where, you know what, it's impolite to ask somebody how they voted. Them are fighting words right there in text. We are becoming a country that is divided. We are. I mean, we've already been down that road. Everybody knows that, and you see it coming. We got people talking about a civil war. We got to talk, all this divided or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, the only reason why we haven't fought a civil war is because we ain't found out whose side everybody's on. He's switching sides, and shit. Like old Pesci said, it's all fun and games, man, fun and games. They always go where the money's there. So, what do we do? Just keep on down this path until we start trying to make change? Well, I don't know if we're capable of change. I think right now, where we're at right now, we'll be lucky if we can just maintain where we're at. Change is not effective. Change is not even an option for many people, because they're living in their comfortable life, getting up and they're punching a pay clock, going to break, going to lunch, coming home and doing the same shit all over the day, and they've got to the point to where they don't think, because the first thing they do is they turn on the TV and they do the thinking for them. MSN will do your thinking for you. Here's what you should say. Here's what you should believe. Here's what you need to do. We're on TV. We wouldn't lie to you. Bullshit. You got to be willing to go down and find all the corruption from where it starts. Our problem is that we've been trying to work from the bottom, from the top to the bottom. That ain't been working out for us very well. But either way, you go from the top to the bottom or bottom to the top. The only thing is, I remind you that game named Jenga. Most people start at the top. But sooner or later, one person's going to get down close to the bottom. Then it all comes crumbling down. We know that. I don't know. And are we going to have time to fix it? We're going to have time to notify it? Are we going to have time to do something about it? I don't know. But the gist of this is this. It comes down to us. We need to use every means possible to get this country back on track. Ladies and gentlemen, and Gab, well, not Gab, but so much, but on Twitter, it's time to take the Trump posters down. It's time to take, I'm for Trump. It's time to take that shit down. Think for yourself. For those of you in the chat room and whatever you just want to call it, hasten, just discontent, okay, you know what? Go down to your local freaking market and say some of that shit. Go down to a bunch of people at a veterans freaking hall and say some of that shit. Because what's getting ready to happen, people, is that your words are going to start meaning something. And once they cross that line, fighting words, we have it in Texas and we have it all through a lot of states. And we have that one little law, don't back down. People are going to start using it. And that's where we're headed. I know a lot of people down here. I know a lot of people in the South or whatever, and tired of it. They're tired of being called a Nazi. Hell, we've been fighting that shit ever. We've been fighting that persona for freaking ages. 3,000 national members of the freaking KKK. The Growl Clan members. I don't agree with Richard Spencer. I don't really give a shit. Yes, he's got a right to say whatever he wants to, but don't get me involved in that shit just because I'm white. Just because I'm white doesn't mean I agree. I believe it. I'm on the side of every white people. I stand for race. I stand for me. Because I have a problem with people that say bless your heart and then stab you in the back. I have a problem with people use your knowledge or use your research as a steps to other matters where they can enhance their life. We see way too much of that. My nickname is WolfPack. I got it when I was in Afghanistan. That's what I'm going to use because it's up me. It's me against the freaking world now. Because I don't trust anybody. There will be hate mail. There will be all this whatever, and there will be people that I need to get off the internet. I need to do this and that because I'm just, I dip. I got a big beard and I don't look presentable. That's okay. Go in and hate. But I remember this one time I was a guy, gunnery sergeant, told me one time. I said, man, they really hate me. I'll never forget what he said. To hate them back works for me. So what do we do? What do I do? I'm gonna stand for what's right. I'm gonna research. I'm gonna find what's right. I'm gonna get down to the bottom of the situation and call a spade a spade. If I believe you're wrong, I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna do so where I put it into a point where you can actually have stuff to reference and we can have a normal debate on facts. Where you know what we won't use. We won't get to the point to where we say, "Oh, fuck you." That means you run out of points. If you can honestly state your point of view and you cannot honestly back it up with proven facts or facts that you've provided and facts that you believe to be true, and you can't hold an honest debate with somebody without calling names, then guess what? Shut the fuck up. We've done had enough of these people running around who don't do research and just say this is what I believe. Why? Because he said so. We need now people on YouTube, on a Gap, on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever the hell, whether you agree with them or not, but this is the last bastion we have to fight back. And we've already seen on YouTube how they reacted to that. Good, get mad. Good, hate me. Like, at least I know when you're mad, you're doing something. At least I know if you're mad at me, you're going to go do some research and prove me wrong. Oh my God, that's thinking. And God forbid we start looking at facts and start critically thinking, and then we can point out what the fuck's going on, and we can actually come up with answers on our own, and then start confronting them. And what about this as a united group? There's going to be scammers here on the internet. There's going to be scammers everywhere. They're always everywhere. There are people that are going to dilute you from the facts. There are people that are going to shun you. They're going to call you all kind of names, and they're going to go on YouTube and call you this and that. They're going to analyze everything you freaking say. Yeah. Well, when you turn on that camera, well, get ready for that. Because what you're doing here right now is you're starting to point out the truth, and they don't like it. People do not want to know the actual truth. What they want to know is news that makes them feel good. They don't want to know about the bad things. And they don't want to get invested in the time it takes to change the bad things before they get worse. So they get to the point where you can't do nothing about it. I live in a world where I can get arrested for saying the word fuck to myself. But one officer overheard it. And I got jacked up. Sat in the cell for 6 hours so they can make something up. That pisses me off that they can do that in America. So I take my situation and I look at it and say, let me just get out of my own little redneck here place in the woods and let me just apply it to the entire country. And then I thought to myself, this is happening all over. Every dang state and every damn city and every town and every province, every county, whatever the hell you want to call it, it's happening every freaking where, and they're getting away with it. So I'm up for answers. I'm up for people's opinion. I'm up for whatever you guys lead me in the right direction. I can actually use this YouTube to get positive messages out there that say it's time. Time for the Sunshine Patriot is gone. Patrick Henry, give me liberty or give me death. Well, give me my freedom or hell, kill me. Because I ain't living like this. For you parents out there, I'm sure you don't want your kids to be growing up in something like this thinking this is the freaking norm. Get them involved, civics 101. Ask them how to ask questions. Let's get them involved in the government because God knows we need good people in the government. Not just the same damn people over and over. If you have a grassroots candidate, if you have someone who's running to make these type of changes, please let me know. I will do everything in my power to support them on whatever means necessary. Every social media that I'm involved in, I will support whatever to make this change. to stem this tide that we're going through right now. Any support I can get. I ain't got a lot of money, but I can damn sure get the word out. And I can damn sure get the issues out. So in closing, I guess this video don't really answer a whole lot, but it does let you know the path that I am on to make things right. I can no longer sit around and do nothing. I can no longer sit around and not state the obvious. I can no longer ignore what's going on in our country. Can I fix it by myself? Hell no. But maybe I can get somebody thinking. And maybe somebody smarter than me that's got a Harvard degree can hear your out and say, you know what, the son of a bitch is right. Because see, there's really no right and wrong in this situation. This is about survival now. This is about who's going to make it. I think that's worth fighting for. I don't know about you. I've done it twice for America. Desert Storm in Afghanistan. Came back pissed off because the fact is I couldn't believe what I see from our government. Now I see worse. So that's my commitment to YouTube. And it doesn't matter how many subscribers that I have. It doesn't matter about all that. I don't give a damn about the money. But what I do matter is that I'm going to get the word out. I'm going to make my points. And I'm going to do the best I can to make this country great again. Because I'm tired of hearing I'm tired of seeing what I'm seeing. And I'm tired, sick and tired of having to apologize because I'm an American. Simply tired of having to apologize because I'm white. I'm simply tired of having to apologize for thinking that I've done something wrong. One before my father, before me. My country needed me, I went and fought. And all the essence, I thought that I was fighting for you. No, I didn't give a shit. It was Bush's war. But I'm the one who fought it. And I'm the one who gets shit for it. So I look for your comments. Maybe I don't get none, but I'm going to be more consistent on putting out these videos. I'm going to actually be putting out more of my research. And it's not going to be freaking boring research. It's actually going to be from something that I can make up a presentation and show you people that, you know what, this is where it's coming from. Take it or leave it. I don't really give a shit. But someone out there somewhere is going to say, you know what, he's got a fucking point. Then it's going to start the conversation. Where me and him are going to talk, me and her are going to start talking. Then we're going to start correcting notes. And goddamn, next thing you know, we got a freaking bunch of us people asking the same damn questions. And looking for answers in all different places. That's where you start. Start with one person with an idea or question. Then it grows. Especially now when we can't get any answers. Join the fight. My name's WolfPack. I am here. So find me on Gab. Find me on Twitter. I only go to Twitter to check my news because, you know what? Why in the hell do I want to get on Twitter and follow Jennifer Lopez thinking that she's following me? Explain that to me like I'm a 3-year-old. I'm on Gab. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Google. Some media has got to be interested in something besides who's on freaking TV. We sit up on Twitter and we look and we see things trending. TV shows, basketball games trending while California burns. You go on YouTube, you're trying to get some updates, and guess what? They don't let live people get on there anymore. Duh. How long are we gonna let it go on? I'm WolfPack. Hit me up. Look for my videos. If you like it, hit a like. If you like it a lot, subscribe. If you don't, cuss me out. Or call me whatever you want to call me. Because believe me, I'm taking this stance. I guarantee you one damn thing. I'm ready for it. But if you're gonna do that shit, guess what? You get ready for it too. Sometimes rednecks even went to college. Some of us have information. Some of us know knowledge. Probably you probably don't even fucking know. And probably the best thing about it is that they've traveled the world and seen places you haven't seen. So do not make the mistake of thinking that I'm stupid. Maybe, just maybe, it's my proof of point. Wolfpack, Wolfpack. Out here on Wolfpack at Gab. I'm Bale with something on Twitter. I only go to Twitter for the news, but anyway. Plus, people on Twitter and shit, they ignore the shit out of you if you ain't got at least a million followers or something. I'm also on Facebook. Check out my page on Facebook on a fight that I'm actually fighting now. Huntington, Texas, facts and proof. You'll see some of my work and some of my research that I'm doing here locally. Um, Finding shit out. Uh, so look it up once again, Huntington, Texas. Facts and proof. Come on in there, join up, join the conversation. God knows these people down here need to have an education. These people never been out of Texas. Hell, they ain't ever been on a plane. They don't know what's supposed to be right and what's wrong. Anyway, Wolfpack, I'm out. Love to hear from you. Subscribe if you want. If you don't, kiss my ass.